All right. It's time now to take a look at stories making headlines on the front page of Nigerian newspapers. And I begin with the Nation newspaper. The major story here says, Senate House agreement raises student loan to 10 billion naira. Senate House agreement raises student loan to 10 billion naira. Yacht item dropped as President signs 2.17 trillion naira supplementary budget. Senate launches probe. Another story here, NLC strike fails to hold in Imo, offices open, airport in operation, power cut enters day 7. And Power Minister threatens Discos, Gencos with license revocation, operators to sign performance bond. Another story here at the top corner, survey projects Uzodimma's victory by 68%, rocks opposition. Emefiele out of custody after securing bail. Banker booed in court. Now, old new Naira notes remain legal tender. CBN reaffirms bandits took 250 million naira ransom to free 121 Baptist school pupils. All of these details on the front page of the Nation newspaper. And then we move now to the front page of this Nigeria newspaper. The major story here on the front page of this Nigeria newspaper. Senate probes admission fraud in tertiary institutions to invite Minister of Education over alleged unwholesome practices. Owerri inward-outward flights disrupted over NLC president's attack. And no registered voters in 40 polling units in Bayelsa, Imo. INEC has said Kuka expresses disappointment in Yahaya Bello. 322 killed. Mass grave uncovered. Several others missing in Anambra, says Bianca Ujuku's widow. And at the top corner, all Naira notes remain legal tender, CBN insists. There's been some panic with regards to the ruling earlier in the year that towards the end of the year, the old notes will no longer be a legal tender. But the CBN is insisting that all Naira notes remain legal tender. All right, we move now to the front page of the Leadership newspaper. And the major story here says 2 days to governorship poll. Labour bans flights to Imo, blacklists Uzodimma, 9 electoral commissioners, 84 police chiefs in Owerri for election. Civil Defense deploys 4,650 personnel, sniffer dogs. Candidates sign peace deal in Bayelsa, Kogi, and the organization, or rather, has declared Uzodimma persona non grata, that the aviation body there declared the governor Uzodimma persona non grata, and they are saying that there wouldn't be flights in and out of Imo State. But that's what we are seeing on the front page of the Leadership newspaper. Another story says, Tinubu signs 2.1 trillion naira supplementary budget into law. Bauchi Hospital performs first kidney stone surgery. Protest rocks plateau over appeal court judgments. Lawmakers to Wike save FCT from insecurity infrastructure delay. And publishers elect new executive. Newspaper publishers elect new executive. Our old new notes remain legal tender, the central bank is saying. And the picture on the front page of the Leadership newspaper is the former governor of the CBN, Godwin Emefiele, being released, coming out of the courts there. We move down to the Punch newspaper. Off-season polls, electronic collation illegal, says INEC. Police warn NLC. INEC say IREV not for result collation. Labour leaders advised against intimidating voters. Uzodimma others absent at peace accord. Diri silver clash. Imo workers, banks shun strike. So there was a signing of a peace accord in Imo and Bayelsa states yesterday. But the major contenders in Imo State did not show up. And so others were absent. Others decided to leave. And though it was reported that Uzodinma sent his deputy, but the persons in charge of the signing of the peace accord said that the signing won't be done by proxy. But in Bayelsa State, the two major contenders talking about Doye Diri, that's the governor of the state, and Silva, who a former governor of the state, said after signing the peace accord, clashed accusations, counter accusations there. But default, then it was 2.17 trillion naira supplementary budget. Old banknotes remains legal tender, says CBN. UK police probe suicide of British-born Nigerian. Federal government stops electricity tariff hike, insists on subsidy. $51 billion debt. Federal government rules dwindling revenue. Reps condemn needless loans contracts. You find all of the details of the stories on the front page of the Punch newspaper. Now to the first newspaper. Saturday's poll, Ijaw national leader Edwin Clark descends on Silva. He wrote a letter accusing APC Guba candidate of plotting to inflict violence on Bayelsans, destroy state. Chronicles Silva's atrocities in open letter. You might want to look for that letter and read it to get a better grasp of that story. Now, November the 11th, Guba poll, Army flags off Operation Safe Conduct in Imo. Ajero, Aviation Union's blacklist Imo flights nationwide declare Uzodinma persona non grata. All right, Tinubu signs a 2.17 trillion naira 2023 supplementary budget. Atiku canvasses votes for Bayelsa, Kogi, Imo, Guba poll candidates, asking governors, others to nominate ministers wrong, Bishop Kuka is saying. And Benin Republic not contesting Tongeji Islands ownership with Nigeria. Governor Abiodun is reacting there. Bayelsa, Kogi, Imo polls, Guba candidates sign peace accord. To the blueprints now. The major story here says Abdusalami committee to party supporters Bayelsa, Imo, Kogi of cycle polls not do or die. Insists democracy better than dictatorship. Identity politics, violence dominating political landscape. That's the riders there. And then we see the story again. Old new naira notes remain legal tender. The CBN is saying court grants Emefiele bail 151 days after arrest. Anambra, 322 killed, buried in mass graves, others missing. Truth Commission is speaking. The commission is headed by Bianca Ojukwu. Tinubu appoints 20 commissioners for NPC. NPA launches $1.1 billion sports rehabilitation plan for competitiveness. Now, only 20 out of 85 directors passed PermSec promotion exams, head of service is saying. Or manufacturing top 8.03 trillion naira bank loans the first quarter of 2023. Those are the details of the stories, or those are the stories you find on the front page of the blueprint. Now to the Nigerian Tribune. Peace accord for off-season polls, seriousness, commitment of candidates in doubt, Abdusalami is saying, expects them to obey rules, honor accord, ensure free, fair polls, commends INEC for adequate preparation. NSCDC deploys 22,600 personnel to Imo, Kogi, Bayelsa. FROC deploys 4,500 personnel. 137,973 party agents to participate in polls. This is what INEC is saying. And Afenifere criticizes National Assembly over purchase of 160 million SUV for lawmakers. Why we cannot increase electricity tariff now, the federal government is reacting. Olubadan, Ladoja Ibadan Obas hold advisory council meeting. Abia no grudge against anybody, Ladoja is saying, explains why he challenged Makinde, others in court. Ibrahim.
Right, the first with me here is the Daily Trust with the screaming headline, after signing peace accord, Diri Silva trade words over violence, arms stockpiling. And the writers read, opposition running mates, Ododo, signed peace accord in Kogi. Accord not mere formality, formality, Abdulsalami tells candidates. Signing peace pact, not enough. That's according to the police. 4 airlines affected as union bars flights in and out of Imo. Despite outcry, Tinubu signs 2.17 trillion naira supplementary budget. Old bank notes remain legal. And below the nameplate, Media Trust Chairman Kabiru Yusuf re-elected NPAN president. And 30 days after abduction, 5 infants die as 12 villagers remain in kidnappers' den. War on Gaza, destruction of homes, infrastructure, war crime, UN expert. And moving on to the next page, Nigeria News Direct. National security, Tinubu signs 2.17 trillion naira supplementary budget into law to strengthen infrastructure, defense, others. Pressing national needs, emergencies not featured. That's according to Peter Obi, who folds the budget. You see that on page 4. And above the name, below the picture here, court grants bail to embattled ex-CBN governor Emefiele after 151 days in detention. And above the nameplate, Ogun State acquires equipment to ramp of all allotments to 2,000 per day. CFO rather. Ogun State acquires equipment to ramp CFO allotment to 2,000 per day. Sanwo-Olu AIG Imokode lead delegation to Lord Mayor's show in London to attract foreign investment. That's about it for the Nigerian News Direct. Next is the Guardian newspaper. Let's start from the below the masthead. Inflation, FX, many tariffs compound Nigeria's trade woes. That's on page 6. EFCC arraigns 11 OAU students for internet fraud. You see that on Metro page 8. Knox as Tinubu signs 2.1 trillion naira supplementary budget. Off-cycle polls, Kuka tasks INEC on transparency as candidates sign peace accord. LASU suspends Dean over certificate racketeering as Senate probes fraudulent admissions. That's on page 4. Aviation unions shut Imo-bound flights, declare Uzodinma persona non grata. And federal government probes extension of Disco's licenses, faults power privatization. Lagos State seals warehouses, stores at International Trade Fair Complex. You can read all of these from the Guardian newspaper. Next is the Daily Independent. Trapped funds. Despite claim, federal government yet to pay $800 million to foreign airlines. Nigeria, world's highest in blocked funds, IATA. The federal government orders investigation into licenses extension for Discos. Declares 700 megawatts Zongero plant ready for takeoff. Bayelsa, Imo, Kogi, Guba pose. INEC shortcoming, not enough reason to give up on democracy. That's Atiku. You see that on page 29. And Bodejo says, I owe Tinubu prayers because Nigeria must move forward. You can read that on page 7. Tinubu launches digital census gathering portal. Assures on national population census holding soon. And appoints 20 federal commissioners for NPC. You can read that up on page 6. Emefiele, there must be an end, or there must be end to detention without trial. Court tells federal government, grants former CBN governor bail after 151 days in detention, adjourns to November the 15th for his arraignment. Above the masthead, Nigerian banks may lose 25 billion naira to cybercrime by year-end. Report, as country ranks 16th world most affected by internet crime. Aviation unions shut down Imo airports over Ajaero. Imo government ampers. Declare Uzodinma persona non grata at airports. Aviation unions shut down Imo airport over Ajaero. Imo government ampers. You can read that up on Daily Independent. Last but not least is the Business Day newspaper. Bank deposits soar on CBN loans, dorm accounts. 5 biggest lenders boost deposits to 53 trillion naira. Zenith displaces Access. from top sports. Bank deposits soar on CBN loans, dorm accounts. A quality seed shortage hampers push for stable food price. Quality seed shortage hampers push for stable food price. Then Sanofi plots exit as Nigeria operation struggles. Then below, very close to the end of the bottom strip, future of $7 trillion electric vehicle market tied to Nigeria. Others, future of $7 trillion electric vehicle market tied to Nigeria. Others, that's according to additional. AFDB partners develop $20 billion solar power project. And that's about it for the newspapers this morning.
Right, so you can pick up any of the papers to get more details about these stories that we have read out. Coming up on TVC Breakfast,